everyone. Sun shining, you see that glare? So where to today? Welcome back to my channel, by the way, all that stuff that I forget to say. So I'm just, I get all these emails about how I can make my YouTube better by all these people from India and all those places telling me my SEO is out, I've got the wrong stuff, they can help me. They'll probably fleece my bank account. We're going to a place called BUNDANOON in the southern highlands of New South Wales. Now the reason we're going there is because after I do a little story on BUNDANOON, if I can find the people, because I only decided this last night, it was too late to sort of contact people, we're going to Smokin' Cafe at Berridale, where there's a bunch of Indian riders calling in for lunch, so it'd be nice to say hello. I haven't seen those guys for a long time. And so at BUNDANOON this weekend, which was cancelled because we've had some shit weather. I mean, it's been raining something fierce. Yesterday was supposed to be the Berridale Highland event, where there's lots of men in kilts running around playing bagpipes. It's one of the biggest festivals in that genre now in around the world. So we have people from all around the world come to BUNDANOON for the Berridale Highlanders Festival. So let's see if we can find out a little bit about that, even though it was cancelled because of the weather and they've rescheduled it for August. So maybe we can try and come back in August. 1 hour 40 minutes, just going the straight way, which is what I'll do. So it's not so much about the ride, it's about the destination. So today's episode is brought to you by the letter B. BUNDANOON and Berridale. Berridale is the name of the festival. Daylight saving finished today, so it's 9:15. So I've got an extra hour in the morning to sort of frig around with stuff, which I used this morning. I'm trying to lean forward to one so you can hear me, and two, because the sun, I can see the sun's there. Maybe I should get one of those cameras that go there and do that vlogging, talking stuff that people do. But yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I guess the best time to talk is actually when I've stopped in traffic, because there's no wind and noise that could happen. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was the other day I posted when I rode back from Melbourne to Sydney. 13 hours. There's these long stretches of highway where you put on cruise control, you stretch your legs out. I've got all the highway pegs, I've got all that, but my lower back starts ache, so I need to sort of push myself back a bit. The only way I can do that, and I found a great little trick, is I hold the tassels so I can stretch back a bit. It's only for a few seconds to stretch my back. I never do it on twists or turns, or if the road looks dodgy, or if there's traffic around. I do it for a few seconds to stretch my back. Well, I videoed that and put it on a loop. Well, my God, the snowflakes out there that went on and on and on about that's highly illegal, you're a moron. It was a very well-educated, calculated, minor risk to just do that and stretch my back a bit and hold that. I had it on cruise control, I had full control. So all those snowflakes that had a whinge, I've blocked them. So if you can't say anything nice, just don't say nothing at all. Scroll on, unfollow me, unlike me, block me. I don't give a shit. But don't go on and on about your bloody snowflake wokey attitude. So the other day I did a video. I mean, it's quite good because obviously I'm getting more followers because I'm getting a lot more comments these days than I used to. That's always good for the algorithms. I talked about how I don't believe in God and stuff like that. Each to their own. I want to explain why. I personally think God, if there is one, is the most evil, horrid person around. Have you seen some of the diabolical stuff coming out of the current, Israeli-Palestine war? Now, I'm not picking sides, but what the poor children from Palestine, what's happening is disgraceful. Little children, gashes of wounds in their head, they're so shocked they can't even cry. It's just heartbreaking. I cry every time I see it. To me, there's two countries there, Israeli, Palestine, big religious fucking countries, right? So if there's any countries in this world, there's two that believe in friggin' all that shit. Where is he? Where is he to protect those children? He's nowhere. And why would any God allow that to happen? Not in my books. Not in my books would any God that's supposed to look after people allow that shit to happen. That's why I don't believe in God and religions and all that other bullshit. And karma, don't get me started on karma. What have those poor children done to deserve that karma? Nothing. Give me a good reason why there is a bloody God. Tell me why he hasn't protected those children, or any children. What an evil fuck, or allow them to be abused and trafficked and killed at the hands of anybody, even their bloody parents, some of them. So, no, you can't convince me otherwise. Now back to the riding. I'm just in a tunnel, as you can see, to get out to the M5, to get myself to today's episode. I wonder if this is one of the best towns in Australia. Guy up there with the kilt on. That's who I'm after. I have struck gold here. Who can I talk to that's local in this fabulous little town? You can see that gentleman walking up there with the kilt on. So sir, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Peter.
Peter. And Peter, you're the president of
the BUNDANOON Highland Gathering.
Which was supposed to happen yesterday, but with the storms, and that's not a part of what happened yesterday, was it?
That happened the night before in the storm.
Yeah. So you've cancelled August, I believe.
Yes, 3rd of August we'll have take 2.
So Peter, okay. Oh, here's another gentleman with a kilt on.
Here's our Reverend.
You haven't got very far, sir.
Reverend.
You're right.
So this is Reverend Jeremy.
Jeremy, yeah.
Jeremy Tonks, right. Gee, I've done really well.
BUNDANOON is got a Nara language, meaning a place of deep green gullies.
Yes.
And if you go down this road for 3 kilometres, you'll find them.
Find the gullies are down there.
Yeah,
right, okay.
Just go in a straight line into the national park, yeah.
Jordan's Crossing.
Jordan's Crossing.
Yeah.
Is that named after a pioneer or something?
Jordan owned the land that we're standing on, and the crossing was when the railway came through. That was his crossing.
Right. Okay.
And so that was one of. There was barren grounds that was on that way. There's a private village up that way, and so there's 4 villages amalgamated into the present BUNDANOON.
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 Yes. Which hails from Scotland, right?
Yeah, which comes out of the mist every 100 years, but we do it every year. And this year the mist was a bit heavy, and it was 8 inches of rain, and we couldn't afford.
I know, it's a shame.
Legend has it, of course, the British actually banned Scottish regalia in 1746, and it wasn't until 36 years later that it was allowed. They were allowed to wear it again.
Yes.
And so the legend is that people would sneakily go to church to the kirk and show their tartans.
This is a BUNDANOON tartan.
Yeah.
Famous people still live. People retire here.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. I can see that.
Yeah, look, you can go back to when Jack Thompson's father lived in town, or and odds and ends. Yeah, look, there's dozens of people presently in the theatre, and write books, authors, and that sort of stuff.
Well, it's a perfect environment.
Television actors you'd recognise.
Yes.
Yeah.
They want to probably keep their privacy anyway.
They do keep their privacy, which is why we don't tell you where they live.
The Talon Tiger.
The Talon
The
Tiger.
Talon Tiger. So that's your local mystery creature?
Sort of, yeah. Look, yeah, a lot of conjecture, but yeah, there is big cats out there.
Big cat. So you've got the Talon Tiger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You've never seen one?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Oh, several times back in, over the decades.
Yeah? Yeah. Were you out walking, or were you seeing in your property, or?
Yeah, both.
Both.
And, yeah, and driving up back roads when you shouldn't.
What colour are they?
Black.
They're like the Black Panther, aren't they?
yeah, mine was one was black and one was tan.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Folded.
Not that we're at liberty to revert.
Okay.
Discuss.
Every
Look,
town I go to, they go, if we tell you, we're going to have to kill you.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
But the chances are here that'll happen anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Most communities, so it's a great community, I would imagine.
Lovely, yeah.
Yeah,
Brilliant, yeah.
yeah. Glowworms.
Yeah,
But that's at night time.
Other side of
Yep.
town at night time, yep.
Just here.
Yeah, and they're
Alright.
not at the bar.
At the bar.
They're not at the bar.
They're not at the bar,
glowworms are in the
no.
bush.
Play that was written, and it's this mystical Scottish town in Scotland that appears once every 100 years in the mist. And these two American tourists they happen to be visiting the town at the time when it appears in that once in the 100 years. And one of the tourists falls in love with one of the local girls. So I'm not going to do a spoiler alert. It's a fascinating little play. Here we are. Let's look at the markets. I love turning up to towns that have markets on. You never know what little goodies I find to add to Calamity. More shit to add. I have actually taken a lot off her recently. This is the sort of stuff I like, junky stuff. This is appropriate for the Scottish vibe. Kerry's a local.
Yes, I have been for 23 years.
23 years, that's like, once you're over 20 years, I think you're local.
Yeah, well, I was hoping because it was from the inner west of Sydney, and I
Oh
decided
yeah, that's
to.
where I'm from, Newtown.
Yeah, I was around Newtown.
There you go.
And all that inner west lifestyle, and
Yeah.
decided with my partner that we wanted to move back to the country and
Yeah.
have some kids.
All right.
And we thought, we both grew up in the country, me and my girlfriend.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we thought, will the small town accept two lesbians there, gonna raise kids, you know?
Of course they did.
And they did.
Of course.
They
of
did,
course.
absolutely. Oh, nice.
And that damage happened the other day.
Yeah. So literally the other day when there was all the storms,
Look at
the
that.
because the tree split in half.
Oh,
What they said,
okay.
the fork of it has gone rotten,
Yes.
as you can see where all the mulchy debris was.
Yeah.
And so it just split open
There you go.
and fell.
Oh,
So
gee.
they had to chop it up.
Lucky no one was hurt and no major damage to the
No,
church.
there wasn't.
Or that other big tree.
Yeah, I think they'll have to look at the others now.
This is quite interesting. BUNDANOON, place of deep gullies. The Gungurra First Nations people. 1868, rail comes to BUNDANOON, and this pharmacy opened in 1930.
Me, but if not, just
I think that works, don't you?
but yeah, I generally answer.
I always like looking at real estate in towns that I go to, just to get an idea of the price. Is 800. That's nice. That's BUNDANOON. 650. Again, you can see I like the old vintagey stuff. So I have asked a few people if they'd tell me what's under their kilt and if I could have a look, and they declined. Why do you think that is? But they don't want to tell me. I would say it's just plain jocks or boxes, wouldn't you? I'll see if I can find someone wearing a kilt that will let me look under it. But they might think I'm some sort of deviant. Okay. She always gets lots of attention. Well, goodbye, BUNDANOON. That was fascinating. Okay, let's go to Berridale. Be there by 12, have some lunch, say hello to the fellow New South Wales Indian riders that have come from, I think the ride started at Steel City in Wollongong, that's a great Indian service centre and dealership there. In fact, probably really the closest one to Sydney. We don't have much in Sydney. from Berrima, another B word. And everyone's giving me directions. I'm putting it in the GPS, but they still want to give me directions 3 or 4 times. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be rude and say, mate, I've got the GPS on, I'll find my way. I don't retain anything that they've told me. I just go blank. Because I know I've got it on the GPS. I mean, maybe they'll give me a shortcut, I don't know, but I don't listen. I'm not a good listener for things like that. I sort of just shut down. If that's a Morgan, I think it is, my favourite cars of all time. Look at that, that's beautiful. Anyway, here we go. So this is Schmoken Cafe. It's a popular bike destination, and this is where the Indian riders will end up from their ride from Wollongong.
Oh, hang on, we haven't got Harry.
Get Harry up, John.
Harry.
I'm having a burger. The guys are waiting for you've got a Leamington and tea. But he is a Royal Enfield rider, so it's very gentlemanly.
Harry.
Another Royal Enfield is having tea. There's Harry. There you go, Harry.
Hello.
In all his riding gear.
Yep.
Wow. And look at that Morgan. As in Berrima local? Oh, Barrel. Oh, right. There was a yellow one here a minute ago.
Yeah.
It's not as nice. This is
It's a bit more classic.
this is absolutely how they should be. Congratulations. Likewise. Okay, bye, Schmoken. Anyway, that's today, brought to you by the letter B. Thanks for subscribing, all of that stuff. And next weekend, I'm actually going to go to some other places over the mountains to introduce you to I'll do 2 next weekend, K and R. But today was B, and we did a few Bs, didn't we? Bye, everybody. Stay safe.